hello there. Well, hello there, and welcome to the Fortune Channel. I am here inside the garage. Just going to shoot a little quick video here today, just give some updates. Garage, as you can see, we've been holding off parking in here just because they weren't quite finished with it. They had the gutters that they got on last week. So we've started parking in here. We got the old TV set up in here. Eventually want to go ahead and finish this off and you know, probably next spring at this point that we're looking at doing that. Just so much money has come in and gone out this year with finishing up derecho event and all that stuff, and with the garage build and that it's just been too much, you know, money going in and out to really keep track of, that I want to do much above and beyond the what we've got slated for this year so far. So anyhow, they got the gutters on the house too. The house looks a heck of a lot better. I'll do a little live there on the house. So a lot going on around here this weekend. We brought the final batch of hay in this weekend. There's no more hay to come in. Well, I lie. There's 2 more of my in-laws left to come over, but I'm not too worried about that. I can go get that anytime. So we got the last of the hay in. This is winter hay, our stocks, everything. Plus there's some in that shed there. There's some in the barn here and on the back side. The barn was supposed to come down this year. The same contractor that did all the other work, he wants the barn wood, so he's going to tear it down slowly. But he wasn't getting to it, so I confronted him. Not really confronted him. I asked him about it the other day if he thought he'd get that done this year, or could I use it to store hay in. And well, that was after I had like a bunch of bales in there. He said, just go ahead and store hay in there. Like, okay. So I was set to clean the feed room out, and I had it all tore up and everything, and I was stuffing a lot of it in my truck just to get it up off the ground, a lot of feed and mineral and stuff like that, and our hay guy calls and he's like, this one's mildly in, you can see partially covered, but this is alfalfa here, and so I wanted to get it in if I could. Anyway, our hay guy called, and I got everything out of my feed room and stuffed in my truck, and he's like, hey, you wanna haul some hay today? That's Saturday. I'm like, sure. So he told me, meet me at the field in a half an hour. So I had to get everything out of the truck, and it was quite the scramble. And then yesterday I went ahead and went about cleaning the feed room out. This is as good as that thing's been cleaned since, I don't know, long time. We got her cleaned out here though. And yeah, wow, it's almost unbelievable to be in here. Even just lots of room. We got Will's calves tied up yesterday for the second time, so that's good. I cleaned feed floors, and I wanted to shoot some video with the tractor of that, but I was just getting things slammed out yesterday so good that messing with the camera and all that crap just seemed like it was going to slow me down quite a bit. But there's that. I hauled probably, well, here, I'll show you in a minute how much I stacked up over here. I just compost it right now. One of my neighbors will take it off in the spring, what we have for winter. He'll take that off, but you know, he usually doesn't mess with it in the fall. And so we compost that. It composts really nice here. I know it looks like a huge stack right now. It always does but this is like 3 years worth of compost here of having the cows around. It really composts down nice. I come over here if I'm gonna plant something. I come over here and get a bunch of this goodness for planting. So we got that hauled and yesterday, and then I cleaned out the calves shed here. It was getting pretty deep for me because this time of year I'm not wearing my mud boots, and so in here it was about ankle deep. So we went ahead and cleaned that. Now I still need to clean the other side of the barn out, get some things set up for the cows to come home from pasture this winter, but we'll get that in due time. This side here needs cleaned up. We'll get her. We got time. Got a few weekends left. Maybe. Even if I don't, I can clean it while they're here. And take you out and show you. So, a week ago yesterday, Ella had a calf. And I've tried to show it to you, I think, twice on videos. But the calf has been in the barn, or it's been sucking, or whatever. Today they're out here. Outside. Ella's doing a little grazing of the weeds. Not much grass here. Mainly weeds. I don't really even worry about it. We'll mow it off once. I really don't even worry about it because it's such a tight area that the cows will stomp this down in the winter. And, you know, it never really even gets a good start because there's so many cows on this smaller area. Hey girl, this is a heifer calf. Like I said, just born a week ago Saturday. And it's a nice little calf. Probably one of her better calves, and she's one of my better cows. So I'll show you here too what I was talking about. So her udder is junk. You see that tit right there about ready to fall off. Okay, she had mastitis, and this side over here doesn't have a working tit on it, and so the other side does. Here's this calf up. The other side has 2 working tits, and we weren't sure, like, when she had mastitis, the vet's like, you should just sell her. You ain't gonna want to mess with that, because if it doesn't give any milk, then, you know, you're gonna have to hand feed the calf, bottle feed it, and well, as luck has it, she is giving some milk. How much, I don't know, but the calf seems to be doing well. And I may just wean it early, just to kind of, you know, just to kind of make sure that the calf gets the nutrition that it needs. Here's the other bales. So there's 82 rounds here. I think some of my, and then I've got probably about 20 big squares and probably about 100 small squares. So, and by my calculations, I think we'll have enough to get through winter. Last year we had enough to get through February, and luckily I had a neighbor looking to sell hay, and so we were able to get some hay that wasn't too far away as well. That's always the challenge too. A lot of times you're looking for hay, a lot of guys are, and it's hard to come by. There's a few of those big squares. I've got a few more in this shed. Right there. This far left side is the big squares, and then the big round alfalfa bells are off to the right of that. There's Will's maintainer heifer. She's pretty nice. Here, let's go look at her. She's pretty nice. Go ahead and check this numbers. Got that one, and then we've had this little half-blood Simmental tied up a few times, this 41G calf here, and then on the other side of it is the 59G. Those are both my father-in-law's. We haven't negotiated the terms yet, so I don't know what's going to be left here of those two heifers. We've got all the other calves sold to the neighbor, and then those two heifers, he says he's selling. I say I'm buying, but until we settle up things, I don't know how much on the fundage they have to buy. Pull some of this hay out down here. Really good grass. I need more of this. More of this hay right here. But got it eat to the middle. Yeah. It's hard for them to get to on this side unless you pull it out of there. The cows can get to it. Calves have a hard time. So they eat in shifts when I don't come out here and pull it out, which is fine too. I think they're getting plenty to eat. These calves, I don't know what they'll weigh. I'd say average with some of the smaller calves, and that I'd say they probably average 6.5. Maybe. There's maybe a few 750, 800 pounders in here. Yeah, that's one of those. Oh girl, oh girl. This is the youngest calf in here. She was born last part of May. Last part of May. Pretty nice calf. She's a heifer calf. And honestly, I kind of thought about keeping her, but the more I keep, the more I don't have to sell to pay for all the hay out there, and there, and there, and there. So, gotta have some funds coming in too. Yeah, this is a 40G here. This is another one where we're breaking. She'll be pretty nice, I think. Big old stout header. She's out of my bull that I raised. Yeah, just a nice calf. Out of a first calf heifer, one of Ken's first calf heifers. He's got several calves I like. These little red ones here are twins. Excuse me. This 28D is a big old stout son of a gun. He's probably one that's maybe pushing 7.5. He might even be a little bit more than that, I don't know. He's big. There's one of Ken, 17C. He's probably on the upper echelon of weights in here. He's probably maybe right in there too, 7.5, 8. I don't know. I guess weights every year. Every year I'm wrong. So some years I'm short. Some I'm long, but never been good to look at one and just say, oh yeah, that's 600 pounds and have it be right. In fact, I'm usually way off. So I hope they weigh 6.5 though on average. There are 14 of them here. There's the 22D calf. This calf's going to be about probably 750, 800. That might be the oldest calf in here. That one, Yearless Wonder, I like to call him. He was born first part of February. Stacy, right before a snowstorm and right between snowstorms, Stacy said she didn't want to drive to town to get groceries because the roads weren't the greatest. And she's like, Brad, you take me to town to get groceries? And I said, yeah. And then I said, just let me go do chores and I will. I come out and do chores and I got a cow running around here with feet hanging out. And I tried to tell her, we better not go get groceries tonight, honey. And she looked at me and said, you want to eat? Okay, I'll go get the car. So, yeah, I do want to eat. So anyway, we went to Fairway, got our groceries, got back, and that cow had her calf. I worked on drying it off. Good cow. I mean, she's quite capable of taking care of the calf. Wasn't worried about that. But I frickin' tried working on those ears. That's usually what you lose is ears when it's below zero. It was below zero, super cold. And like I said, sandwiched between snowstorms too. We'd had one and then another one was coming in. So her going to get food or having me go get food, that was the right thing to do. But I worried about that cow the whole time we were at Fairway. Oh, one other thing here I forgot to mention. We took down what's left a tree. We had Mason out to Nautica's boyfriend out to top it before the garage was built, and I told him, well, I didn't want to mess with taking it all the way down because there's a lot of tree there left. Well, he cut her down the other day, and we went ahead and got a tractor and put her in a pile and we're starting to burn it. Well, on that note, I don't have much else. I am going to close her out here. If you like these videos, please click on subscribe. Click on like if you like them. And, share them with your friends if you think your friends find value in knowing what we're doing around here. If not, don't share them with your friends. But I want to thank you for watching today. And like I said, hope you found value and so have a good day. Thanks.